Hello guys, now in this video I'll be talking about tax concerns for business name and limited liability companies. What are the expectations of the government for business name and limited liability companies? What tax are you supposed to pay? How much are you supposed to pay as a business that is registered as business name? How much are you supposed to pay as a limited liability company? Now, for a business name, the government sees you that own the business and that business as one. The profit that comes to that business, the government assumes it comes to you. The liability of the business, the government assumes that it is your liability. And as such, the business is taxed based on personal income tax. So the business is taxed like somebody who does 9 to 5 and collects salary. So if the business should make 10 million naira, for example, once the expenses of that business are removed, the business is taxed based on personal income tax. We begin to look at it. Okay, the first 800,000 naira is taxed at 0%. The next 2.2 million naira is taxed at 15%. The next 9 million is taxed at 18%. That is the way the government sees it. So if you are running a business that is registered as business name, you should know that the tax you are paying is based on personal income tax versus limited liability company. Now, a limited liability company is taxed company income tax. Now, for companies whose whose turnover revenue is between 0 and 25 million naira, they are taxed at 0%. That is, they are not expected to pay any tax. If a business is making between 25 million and 100 million, the government sees that business as a medium business and they are expected to pay 20% company income tax. What qualifies them for paying that tax is their revenue that is between 25 million and 100 million. They are therefore going to pay tax, 20% tax on their income. Then companies that make above 100 million naira are taxed 30% of their income. They are not taxed 30% of their revenue, they are taxed 30% of their income. But what qualifies them to be taxed that 30% is their revenue, which is above 100 million naira. Now, this begs the question that if I, who run a business that is registered as business name, is making 10 million naira and is getting taxed for it, yet somebody who has registered their business as a limited liability company, they are making 20 million naira and they are not paying any tax, should I not just port from business name to limited liability company? In my next video, I will explain what are the things you should consider before deciding to port from business name to limited liability company. I hope this makes sense, and I'll see you in the next video.